to Stitch and Stuff. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Kim.
We're glad you're joining us today to talk about our stitching and other stuff. It's been a really long time since we've been able to record, and here we are.
Way longer than I thought.
Yeah, I know.
Really hadn't.
It's just been busy, and I figured you would need some time to actually settle in and set up a computer and find your stuff. And we've been busy with Nutcracker rehearsals all over the place because the girls got parts. So
yeah.
And one thing, we actually did record on September 3rd, but then I didn't ever get to posting it because things were just so busy after that for me. So, gosh, that means our last video was even longer ago than I was thinking. Huh? Well, Millie says, do they know that she moved? So maybe not. Maybe we should talk about that.
If you're new here, Sarah and I are mother and daughter, and Sarah's daughters are also in the peanut gallery over there, and they make an appearance. And Sarah lives in Eastern Washington in the desert.
Yep.
And I used to live in Seattle on the rainy side of Washington, but we moved to Indiana, my husband and I and my dad. So it's been we left when did we leave? Like September 28th or something like that, but it was a whirlwind. And then we got here and it's just been nuts. You know, when you live in a house for that long and you've been married for 40 years, you just, you can't, I didn't want to get rid of everything just to move. I mean, I still like my stuff. So anyway, actually, I won't even say we're slowly. I took last week off and I unpacked a lot. And then I was off part of the week that our truck arrived. So we got here on a Wednesday. We had some stuff delivered by a pod earlier in the month, and then our trailer was unloaded the next Thursday. So we had enough to live with, and I could unpack some things that came in the pod. So that was done ahead of time. But then they brought in the 300 plus boxes and crates, and yeah. So the main living area is done, except for wall hangings. But this is the corner of my office. So you can see back there, there's another window. It's it sets back, and there's a chair back there underneath all that mess. So this room, because it's so big, kind of became the dumping ground for things that I wasn't sure where I wanted them to go. So today, I went back to work today, which was brutal. I didn't want to yet. But I kind of started putting things like, these are my books. These are my cross stitch. This is yarn stuff. This is, yeah. So this is the last really big room to do. And then we should be okay. But I also kind of lost my stitching bug. I stitched through most of September, though. I don't think I stopped until about a week before we moved. And I thought I would stitch in the hotel rooms when we traveled. We took a 6-day road trip to get here. I didn't. I knit. And then we got here and I just didn't have the headspace. And then I cut my finger. I sliced part of the top of my fingertip. It's better. It's all, I didn't need stitches, and I probably could go without a Band-Aid in a few days, but there's still kind of a flap, So I really didn't want to cross stitch with this on. It was just so, but I saw Tina Stitches just posted on her Instagram a couple of Halloween pieces she just got framed. And now I started thinking, oh, I wonder where, because one of them was Mirabilia Trick or Treat Fairy. And I started that a while ago, and I thought, I wonder where that is. I really want to work on it, but I haven't found it yet. But so I think my bug's coming back. I feel like the downstairs living area is together enough and it's decorated for fall that I feel like this is my house. I can now set some stuff up and cross stitch. So hopefully
you cross stitch some more.
Next week. Yeah. Hopefully I want to. Maybe I've just been tired too.
Yeah. Sorry, take that away. Take those crackers away. You're pulling it in the background. I have a finish to show you. I have a knitting finish, but I have a cross stitch finish to show.
Ooh, I'm trying to think. Oh, you got her done. Oh, she's so pretty.
See if I can put something behind her.
She texted me one time and she was doing French knots with that DMC gold.
not very good. Like let's see, all these are French knots. They're not terrible. Some of them are okay. A couple of them are a little bit like wimpy because they got kind of pulled through, but
Yeah.
light here, that's the better lighting as far as the color goes.
Mhm.
And I just wanted just all those sequins and
I know.
beads and all those. These are all either blue or gold French knots with the star sequin, and the white are beads.
Wow.
The rest is all.
You know, for a little kit, she was a lot of work.
She has a lot of work, but I really love her. I think she turned out so pretty.
She did look really pretty. She does. All that back stitching on her wings. Is
I
it
know.
back stitching or just shading?
There's so much back stitching.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There I see it now.
Yep. So much back stitching. And then the other finish I have, I actually did 2 of these, and the other one that I don't know where it is because I gave it to Jessie. I actually like better, but I knit a couple of so lots of fair knitting because I was kind of doing a little knitting. What? Yeah, so I'm gonna run to the bathroom and let Millie show her.
No, don't.
Yeah, I'm just running to the bathroom. You show your stuff and I'll be right back.
Hey, Millie, take it from here. Okay. What does Millie have?
Well, I made a hat too
Oh, cute.
with a pretty pom pom.
Yes. Very cute.
Here's pom pom.
Oh, that's right. That's that thicker yarn, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like not like woven together all the way.
Yeah. Cute. All by yourself?
Yep.
Okay. What else?
What?
What else do you have?
My cross stitch.
Hey, you need to talk about the fair. How'd the fair go?
It went well. I don't know where my thingy is that I put it.
So you submitted a cross stitch piece and a watercolor piece, or just a cross stitch?
Because the art thing was closed, so I couldn't enter it.
Oh, okay.
But did you know that? Oh, right. I hung up the piece that I entered in the fair in our bedroom. It's the Swan Princess.
Oh, okay. You can show it next time.
I'm working on my sunflower.
But did you get it? Wait, did you get a ribbon?
Oh, I did get a ribbon. I got a red ribbon. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Then,
No, she's showing. Oh, okay. Sunflower. Taking a break from the
red
mushrooms.
ribbon, second place.
Mhm.
This year they included little like judging sheets that gave reasons why they judged.
Oh,
Oh,
that's nice.
I would have got a blue ribbon, but they thought the tea dye was stained, so they took.
They
points
called
off
it
of
a
that.
stain. The fabric was stained, but I was like, it was clearly tea dyed, like mottled, and so that was too bad. So we won't do that
Very
again, I
sad.
guess.
Or just make a note when you.
Otherwise, she would have had the points to get a blue ribbon.
Oh, well.
So really, in my book, she earned a blue ribbon.
Yeah, they don't know anything about cross stitch, clearly.
I know. I'm like, where have you been? Everybody's doing these.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Oh, she's looking good.
The last time I just had this part of
Mhm.
this done. Sorry, these are clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can.
There she is. Wow. She's gonna be so pretty.
And then
That's the kind of more accurate.
there's one more cloud thingy, but I don't want to do it yet.
She was not enjoying stitching that white because it's kind of boring.
Yeah. We'll take a break from it.
And she did change the color of the face. You want to
Yeah,
talk about
because
that?
it was gonna be this yellow color in the sun.
It calls for the yellow for her face.
Oh.
I didn't think
But that's
that
not
looked
how
very
it looked
nice.
in the picture either. The picture
Mhm.
doesn't look like that bright yellow.
I don't like that. So I changed the color.
Okay.
Color.
Did you use 948?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay.
I'm 48. Was there, what is there?
I learned how
Like
to
that, you should
crochet,
go.
but I don't know where my thingy did. But
Yes, she learned how to crochet.
Okay.
Here's my other hat.
Oh, there it is.
This is the one I like actually. I gave it to Jesse. He liked it. Although I think, I don't know, kind of wish I'd done the other one first. I made this, I was making it for me, but he was like, ooh, I like that. And I was like, oh, you have it. Because I can knit I have a million hats. I can knit myself in together. And then I made this one and it's okay. The fit, well, of course I have a ponytail in right now, but the fit just isn't quite what I wanted.
Yeah.
It's really looking weird with the ponytail. That's okay.
Yeah.
Keep it for myself. Maybe I'll just give it away. So, Rosie, do you have stuff to share? Rosie has things to share. You don't have it here? Oh, you do.
I have like a lot.
You have a lot of things or a lot on something?
Oh, thing.
You have a lot of things. Okay. Who's chewing here? She's eating her cracker. Are you coming? Come on the other side. Okay. She has a lot of things, I guess, to show.
Okay. Who knew?
More than usual for her. Well, it's been longer since we.
Oh, that's cute. That's going to be a cute little hat.
This is the one that she got the yarn in the Tri-Cities when we went together.
Yeah.
Coming along.
Good job.
Getting much smoother.
Mhm.
Not dropping stitches really. She's.
Good job.
I don't know. What is it? Oh. Here comes more. Is it all knitting? Is everything you have knitting? It's fine if it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Did Millie talk about this pom-pom?
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
Very cute.
Oh, it's not off yet.
What?
It's not off yet.
Oh, Rosie.
It's gonna be off. There it is. Now it's off. This is a what?
Pocket.
For
A bag.
that you're making with.
My friend Harper.
So Harper knits a lot. And when are you working on this?
At ballet.
Just in the middle of class?
No.
Tell us a little more about this.
My sisters are in the older class with Harper's older sister. And so after our class, we have to wait. So we started a project together.
Well, that's a cute idea. Is she knitting the purse or the bag?
Well, she's gonna knit one, and I'm gonna knit this one.
She knit one pocket or one side of the back.
One side of the back.
And you knit the pocket, and then
Yeah.
what?
She's gonna knit the other pocket for the other bag. And
Other
then-
side of the bag?
Yeah.
So you're basically each doing half of the bag.
Well, there's gonna be one pocket on one bag. Okay?
So how come she's making a pocket?
She's not. She's making one for the other bag.
Oh, you guys are gonna do 2 sets?
Yeah.
Oh, so you'll each have a purse at the end
Yeah.
of it, or a bag at the end of it. I see. That's cute. Harper's super confident and will just jump in and make up a pattern as she goes, huh? Is that what you guys are doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be really cute and fun. And a fun thing to do with a friend while you're
While
waiting.
they're waiting.
Yeah.
We brought games. I've offered to I'm in town, so I can go pick her up, but Harper's also waiting there for her mom. So when I've said, do you want to come get you and go somewhere? She says, no, I'm fine. I want to spend time with Harper. So
There you go.
because then I can usually get a lot of work done or whatever
Okay.
at the coffee shop. Oh, okay. One more thing.
What you doing, Lulu?
I need to start getting dressed pretty soon.
Oh, you're fair. Yes, you got a blue ribbon
Or
Or
these socks.
a
for
pumpkin
your
sock.
socks. Ah,
Cozy
They're
pumpkin
tube
tube
socks.
socks.
tube socks. Have you worn them yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you wear them very often?
Yeah.
No, it hasn't been cold here yet. You probably
Yeah.
will. Next week it's supposed to get down into the 20s at night. So
Yeah, you're probably gonna want them at least when you're getting ready for bed. And in the morning when you get up.
yeah. So she got a red ribbon, second place.
If I had gotten one more point, then I would have gotten a blue ribbon.
What were some of the things they said to do?
I can't remember.
Some of the ends were poking out a
Oh,
little bit,
yeah.
like they didn't get woven in well enough, or you know, I know.
Okay, that's fair.
And sometimes too, where my ends kind of pop out. I don't know. Is there something other people are doing so that doesn't happen? Maybe when you weave it, if you knot it a little at the very end.
I weave mine and then I do a little knot and then I cut it
Never
really
knot
close.
it. Maybe that's what I need to do to keep
I
it.
mean,
on.
when I learned to knit, they were like, never ever knot your yarn. I'm like, I always knot my yarn.
Yeah.
I just
No.
do. And I make it tiny, but I usually weave it first.
Yeah.
And then on my project that I'm going to show in a little bit, it's a striped cowl. And when I add a new color, I tie a little knot between the old color and the new color tail, not the working yarn, but the tail, because it's in the round. And if I don't do that, you get that weird ladder thing. And then I kind of weave those two in as I go.
Right.
About 6 stitches. And then I'll probably still weave them in a little bit more when I'm all done, but it'll be good and secure. But yeah, I'm a fan of knots.
Yeah. I know I use knots for other things with knitting, like that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
sorry. What's she saying? Children are asking me questions. Is this important to ask me? No, it's fine. Okay. Let's see. So because we had recorded an episode already, I am going to, and we had done a whole segment where we were showing our featured friend. I'm going to just lift that and I'm going to insert it right here so that we don't need to go back and redo that whole conversation that we already had once. So we'll look a little different and mom will be in a different place, but I think that will be easier and it'll save us a little time tonight when I'm trying to.
And it's multiple pieces.
Yes,
So,
that was the other. It's like several, and we had a whole conversation about patterns, I think, that she's shared. And anyway, so I'll put that here so you'll all get to see that and then we won't redo that. Well, our featured friend today is Heather Miller, and she sent us a few beautiful things. I'll just say right now, one of them is a quilt. So I'll put the pictures in right after this. One is a quilt, and one is a project she's working on. And then a few are patterns that she's either purchased or is considering purchasing. And they're all Africa themed. And I'll read her email after so that you can see why. Actually, the first one is Canada themed, but you'll understand why in the email. So I'm going to put those pictures right here. Interesting. We were commenting on like all the variety that neither of us were really aware of existed in the design community.
No, I don't. Yeah, I was just stunned by some of those patterns. They're gorgeous.
Yes. So Heather's email says, my husband and I have been to Namibia back in 2013, and it's always been a dream to return. On June 8th, we have this unbelievable offer presented to us to go to South Africa in October of this year. So that's really soon, because this email she sent back in July. So actually that elephant is probably a lot further on now, because I think she recently posted a picture of it on social media.
Yeah, she's got a bunch of legs.
Within 24 hours, we had confirmed reservations and flights booked. We are still in shock, but massively planning a way for the second chance at visiting this glorious continent. Of course, I immediately remembered that I had some Canada fabric, and I had promised myself that if we ever went back, I would make a quilt to take as a gift to our hosts. I'm happy to report that my quilt is completed. Secondly, I started browsing Etsy for cross-stitch charts of Africa. I've started on Flower Elephant by Cross Stitch TR on Etsy. I'm stitching it on 20 count raw linen, and she's using 4 floss threads over 2 fabric threads. So 4 by 4 over 2. The X's are
Oh.
gigantic. Other than starting the Shepherd's Bush friendship needle roll I received from your channel, I've been stitching on the elephant exclusively. I am so pumped for our adventure. And then she has the floss to start African Woman, which is the one I had shared right after that. And she is full coverage. That's the one with all the red background, red and orange
Yes.
background, big yellow sun. She is 166 by 200 and it's full coverage. Not sure what fabric. Both patterns loaded beautifully into Pattern Keeper. And then she sent another email with charts that she fell in love with Etsy, their eye candy to share. Enjoy looking for the special moments in the ordinary everyday of life. And then the other emails were included.
Pictures. And I don't even know how you would choose which one to do, because I think there's so many of them that were so pretty.
I know.
And, we've talked about, all the time when we feature friends, we're like, we just love to see what other people are stitching, because, we see things that we've never seen before. And I just never have looked on Etsy for African themed patterns. I had no idea. I mean, I've seen like Harriet Tubman and, some of those kind, but not like
African American.
Yeah, African American, but not
I
African.
haven't really ever looked at what exists for Africa. And I loved that one that's the map of Africa with all the different countries. I thought that the colors in that one, but then some of the women in the beautiful garments with the, I would have a hard time choosing between some of those ones, especially.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So
Thank you
you're
so
looking for
much.
something new and different to stitch. I'm trying to remember if I don't know if
somebody I know was stitching an African woman. It's a while ago, kind of in that same tradition.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. Was it Michelle Bendy? Maybe it was a long time ago.
Hmm.
I don't remember, but I had totally forgotten about it. And I loved seeing those patterns today. That was just, definite eye candy.
Yeah, gorgeous. So thank you, Heather, for sharing your eye candy with us so we can.
Yeah. And the elephant that she showed, when her colors are so much more vibrant than what's in the picture.
Yeah. So
I was trying to find it on Facebook, but I don't know what group she shared it in. Maybe I know she probably has done it on Instagram, maybe.
That's what I was just gonna look.
Because
let me find her. There it is. Full disclosure stitch.
Did you find it?
Yes. Well, I found, yes, here. Wow, she's way further. Let me brighten up my phone. So this is, I hope you don't mind, Heather, I'm sharing where you are now because it just took us a while to get through to
She is way far.
Yeah. She really just has like the head, ears, and trunk left to do. But look how pretty those colors are. So much prettier than
she just started that not that long ago.
She's been stitching it pretty exclusively.
Yeah. Is there like a pattern on the fabric? Is there like tree trunks? Maybe it's just the way that was coming up on your phone.
It's just the fabric is just wrinkled a little bit.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That was 6 days ago.
And I know when she posted it, I saw it and I thought, well, that's really interesting, but I had no idea about the African trip coming up. So if she announced that, I missed it.
I know. I should have read through Sometimes I don't read the emails just if I know they're going to have featured friends because I don't want to accidentally mark that they've been read and then miss them. So, but I wish I'd known because I did know that they were going to Africa from something she posted, but I didn't know.
I didn't. Oh.
Thank you for sharing. Those are beautiful.
Yes. And have so much fun getting ready.
Yeah. Can't wait to see pictures and stuff from your time there.
Yeah.
Those are super beautiful. I know we probably said this in the clip, but thank you for sending those in, Heather. That was really fun to look at all of those different patterns.
And if you're home, hopefully, if you're supposed to be home, you got home safely. If you're still there, I hope you're having a wonderful time.
Yeah, I can't remember how long the trip was. And we've been, MIA for a while. So anyways, welcome back if you're back. And if you're not, when you see this, welcome back.
Yeah.
And one note, Paula, you sent me an email with a featured friend that we were going to get ready to use. And I realized you don't have a picture attached. So I did email you already, but if for some reason the email doesn't come through or you don't see it, maybe you'll see this. So I'm really excited to see that. So please attach.
Yes, please do.
Attached. I'd be excited about that. Okay. Do you want to show what you have worked on? Whip time.
whip time. Well, I didn't think I had anything because I really hadn't stitched. But then I realized that it's been so long since we recorded that I could show some of my Bringo, my AB single pieces, AB single, because I did stitch, like I said, up until a couple of weeks before we left. So I haven't, a lot of them that I worked on are packed away, but some of them came with me in my car. And one of them that I worked on a lot in September is my autumn Quakers, which will get worked on
Again, still.
soon. Yeah, for sure in November. And I think I did not show this. And well, I know I haven't shown it since August. So
Oh, so pretty.
just done a bunch of that.
Nice.
Let's see, that flower right there is kind of dark. But anyway, love the Quakers. I love them. Love them so much. That, and my AB single had I think I had 8 pieces that I worked on. I made it work for all of the letters. Sorry. Okay. The other one that I know I worked on quite a bit was Rosewood Manor's Seasons of the Trees. I haven't seen these little friends of mine for a while. It's a big one. Well, it's not big. I'm doing it on tiny fabric, but
yeah,
it's the seasons. And
yay.
how far? So, oops, some of the bottom is showing. Yeah. So I'm on. So this was spring and summer. This will be the end of summer, and it'll be starting autumn pretty soon, I think. Yeah, but you know, I love trees. I love stitching trees.
Yeah.
I really want to do that other one. What was the one that Janet Jabber and those guys are doing?
Forest screw and a forest screw.
Yes, I love that one. I love that one. I'm
That.
going to do that after this one's done. I'm going to do that one.
Very good.
So that got quite a bit of love during the month of September. And I'm just making a mess. I'm just throwing everything on the floor. The other piece that got some love was my Four Seasons kit, Lenarte kit. So I've started up in this corner. No,
That
up here.
Yeah, the daffodil.
And so I'm now working on the outlining of those pink flowers. So I've done, I think I finished page 1. I might have finished page 1. Well, this might be the end of page 1.
Wow.
So not showing that my cameras. There we go. So it's just got the blue forget-me-nots down there, the bumblebee. Oh, I know. And I also was working on this, which will be a butterfly.
Pretty.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like, okay, I'm just right in here. I haven't gotten close to all of that.
It's interesting. There's like a lot of kind of white space in between, you know, like between your daffodil and that pink flower.
Yeah. Well, it's almost like these are the border because these are filled in.
Yeah, right.
You can't see it very well, but you can see the blue on the winter down there.
They're filled in. The background is filled in. Oh yeah, I didn't see that. Oh wow, that's a lot of stitching. So it's like full coverage in the middle of each.
In the middle of them, yeah. So I think really it's kind of like I'm stitching the border right now. Those.
Yes, I see.
But it feels like it should be. It's so big that it should be part of the piece, but it's really just the border.
That is a big piece.
It's a big piece, but I do love it. I do love it, and it is fun to work on, but it's kind of overwhelming sometimes. And then I'm pretty sure I worked on my this one, which I think Carolyn Zook might have just finished. It's the Thanksgiving Harvest Fairy, which was the kits that focus. There we go. And I know I had worked on part of this wing and I started this wing.
Pretty.
And I did some of her bodice over the month. Yeah, she's pretty. She is pretty. And then I think I just have a couple more left. And then my knitting. This was the Ukrainian designer. She's called the Autumn Fairy. And there's a ton of backstitch, so she's gonna look kind of weird. So I've been working a ton. This whole area, there's half stitches, there's a lot of color changes.
So
So I'm
pretty.
basically doing that. And then once I get this bottom, I don't think I have a picture of it to show. Once I get those leaves done, then it's a massive amount of back stitching.
Yeah, that goes pretty fast once you really get moving. Because
It does. And it gives such definition. It'll totally change the look of this piece. And then I think the last thing was my Advent SAL, which my goal is to finish by the end of 2024. And it is a big one.
Yeah.
And it is by Crocetta Agogo. See if I can find. I'm not even find the picture because I've shown it before, but
Oh wow.
I did those I'm pretty sure I did all of that in September.
I don't think you even had. I don't remember you having the ornament all the way finished, but maybe you did. Bye.
Oh, I might not have. I think I maybe had some finishing touches to do, but love.
Really pretty.
There was a saga about this piece. I think I started it over like 3 times, remember, or 4 times on fabric.
Yes. And then you went back to your original fabric. That made me laugh.
Oh, crazy. Okay, and the last thing that I've really been working on was come on. Unblur.
If you don't have children at home anymore, just remember, you can just live vicariously through the chaos in my household today. Very soon it will be quiet, but there's a lot of, can I have this? Wait, why not? Thunk, thunk, thunk.
Jump. So I have in the years past gotten an Advent yarn calendar where you get little minis. And over the years, this is the 4th time I've done this cowl with my minis. And then one year I did a striped socks, and it's called the Land of Sweets cowl. Last year I worked on one, and my yarn minis from that year were really bright primary. It's a very bright cowl. Well, last Christmas I got and it's very much more muted.
Yeah.
So I cast this on the night before we left our house, and I am 55% of the way done with it.
Really pretty.
Which is pretty good in a month because it took me almost a year to do the last one. But I'm on this lace section. But I just love the way it's got such texture
Wow,
here.
that looks really nice together. Those colors are beautiful.
I know, I wasn't, you just never, I'm doing them in the order. She didn't dye them specifically for this pattern or anything, but
yeah,
I
really work well.
do it. And it's soft yarn. Anyway, so this has gotten a lot of love. And I'm on day am I on? I'm on day. Ruh-roh. Oh. I'm on day 15, I believe. Oh, no, I'm on color 14. And I don't know where I kept 14 of these minis out, and I don't know where the rest of them.
Oh, oh.
I know.
Maybe on hold for a little while.
It might be put on hold. I thought for sure it was in this bag of my cross stitch stuff, but we were so crammed, you guys, in our car, and I had to sit in the back seat. And I really just had about as wide as me. I mean, like I was scrunched the whole way because we had suitcases and pillows and bedding from when we got here. And it was something. And I had enough room to knit, but my bags were so full. I thought, you know what? Oh, I think I unpacked it already. Maybe there's another bag that might have that yarn in it. I wonder what that might be in that. Anyway,
Hang on. Either you're stuttering or I'm
yeah, that's about what. Oh, that's about what I. Oops.
sorry.
Well, you were frozen on my end.
Yeah, my internet was unstable for a minute. So let me
Okay,
just.
yeah.
I-
Anyway, so that's what I have. That's what I worked on, and most of what I worked on. I know gathering eggs got worked on, but that's not here. And
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, so what have you? You
I
said you've
just
been.
pulled a few things. I worked on a lot of different things over AB Singo. Like pretty much I worked on almost everything, all my whips, one day or 2 days.
Uh-huh.
I didn't work on them enough to feel like this much longer after was worth showing. Like if it was like all in a week, then sure. But so I just pulled out kind of the main things that I really enjoyed working on or worked hard on. One of them is this the bee's knees from Emily
Oh,
Collins.
yes.
It's not done, but it's pretty close. I don't have a photo of the actual. That was the little scissors. But I have like the main motifs done, and then I've got the words, and there's a little
Oh, that's so cute.
but it's coming along really cute.
That is really cute.
I kind of put it aside in favor of stitching on some fall stuff, but I'll pick this back up for sure and work on it a little bit more soon, I'm sure.
No, now I'm starting to feel like I want to work on Christmas.
Let me see what's left. So the words, it says you are the bee's knees. So I have a few of the words kind of done. There's a little flower motif in one corner and then the daisy border along the bottom. Then it'll be done. So really I'm quite close.
Emily's pieces are rather deceiving. They look like they're going to be, just a quick, simple little stitch, but there's a lot going on in them.
Yeah. Yeah. There it was. That beehive actually went pretty quick because I worked on it like kind of nonstop for a little while. But the other thing I was working on, there it is I worked on this in September, but I got it started kind of late because I think I didn't have a fabric. I don't know why I started it late. So I really didn't get very much done, but that's okay because I'm planning on working on these all one more year at least. I'm hoping that by the end of next September, I can have it done. But if I assume some of the ones that are a lot further to being done, maybe I'll finish those early and I could pick up some of the ones that I didn't get very far. And so then I also started late. I just kind of had a hard time getting organized to start it. I'll just show that one now. So then this month, these are the cottage garden samplings, A Time for All Seasons.
And if you have to work on a third year,
that's fine. There's no big deal. It's not like so then this is this month. And I decided to do some color substitution. I had onyx rather than raven. So I went ahead and I'm using onyx. And then instead of the tin bucket, which is the gray, I'm using, you can see what I decided. I can't remember if I used, let's see. I think I'm substituting the DMC recommendation. But instead of the blue on the raven's wings, I'm going to use Crystal Lake. So I'm instead of using the gray as a fancy floss, I'm going to do the blue because he has quite a lot of blue in.
Yeah.
And so this is where I'm at. Really not far, but I'm trying to at least get him outlined a little bit. These are such big pieces, really. I'm really impressed with how much of each one I've done up to this point.
But you look at that one, you've got that big bird and that pumpkin.
I know. So I was like, each time I've sort of tried to get the animal as close to being done as I can, and then figured the next year I could do the border and the pumpkin maybe.
Do you know when the end of the month is, by the way?
Yeah, really soon.
Next Tuesday.
So I'm not going to get it done, but I'm probably not even gonna get that bird done. And part of the reason I haven't gotten as far on that as I wanted is because of the other thing I'm working on, which I'll show last because it's the furthest along of, like, I did a lot on it. But I know I did work on this little piece.
Oh, yes.
I pulled that out because I always have a lot of fun working on that in October. But this part of the piece is not actually that much fun because it's just a lot of like branches and leaves, and it's kind of
Oh, but
like,
so fun, no.
pretty though.
Yeah.
I will work on this more this week too because
Yeah.
It's just a perfect Halloween piece.
It is. It is a cute little
Not
trick or
like
treat.
spooky. I'm not into big spooky scary things. I mean, I like to watch spooky scary things, but I don't like to decorate or like,
Mhm.
you know, with like ghosts, a lot of ghosts and things. But that one's perfect because it's exactly what we experienced
Cute.
together, just costumes and trick or treating. So I'm getting pretty close to finishing the bookshelf. I changed Wuthering Heights to Jane Eyre, which I've talked about before, but I hate Wuthering Heights and I love Jane Eyre. So I'm keeping the design the same in terms of the house and stuff. I just wrote.
Put some letters in. Yeah.
To make that look better from behind.
You are getting close to being done.
It's rolled up so you can't see the books. I love the Secret Garden. The design around that.
Very cute.
And I have a few color. I changed the color per dress to this green. I can't remember. It was supposed to be brown, I think. And I just wanted a little bit more green. Favorite color anyway. So
cute, 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 cute.
And then the last thing I worked on, which I have worked on a lot the last couple of weeks, is this. We have a new kitten. Here, come here. You can't play in that cross stitch stuff. I know you can't play it. This is Gloria. Hi, Gloria. Okay. I've been working a lot.
I just saw somebody share their progress on that, either on Facebook or Instagram. I'm like, oh, that's so pretty.
So I have the house done.
Wow.
Whole house done, and then that ground I did last night, and then the border eye is what I had started with.
It's so pretty. It's so pretty.
So pretty.
That is a lot of stitching.
I got that finished yesterday, the house.
I think the last time I saw it, you just were working on the roof.
Yeah, I know. Once I started working on the house, it went fairly quick. I just kind of kept plugging along because it's so pretty. So that's everything I worked on. I have a little bit more knitting, but I had an order for a raccoon head.
It's that time of year.
And then I had a friend of mine, I'm giving her, she had won through a raffle at something I did, a kid's hood. So she wants a fox, but I'm making an Arctic fox. So it's all white with gray hair. So I'm working on that now because I'm going to see her next weekend and I want to have it done and ready to hand off to her.
Good.
So that's everything I really worked on. And I feel good about that.
Yeah, you got, well, and like you said, there were other things that you worked on.
Yeah.
That just were smaller amounts.
Yeah. And we got school started. So there was a lot of school planning, and our homeschool co-op started. So there was a lot of homeschool co-op planning in there. So there were actually a couple weeks I didn't hardly stitch at all. I maybe did the bare minimum on my AB Singo and then put it away at night. But I'm back to stitching a little bit more in the evenings because I have a little more time again after my retreat was over and school was.
That was another big thing. Yeah.
So life is busy still, but no, you're in playful mode and you want to play with all my cross stitches. You can't play with all my cross stitches. I don't have any haul. I haven't had time or money to go shopping for anything. Oh, I have some gift money, but I'm.
The only haul I have. Oh, yeah, I gave you.
Yeah,
I gave you money. Your birthday.
Hi.
Better be. I got my cotton and twine box. It actually arrived the day after we got here in Indy.
Oh wow!
I had a package my first day here. It's so.
That is so cute.
And you know, as always, you get the finishing, the like little board, and you get the black gingham fabric,
Cute.
everything to finish it, and a little easel.
Mhm.
Little felt pumpkin came with it, and a little thing of tea, and a little chocolate pumpkin.
Cute.
And then the fabric is just kind of a beige. What you doing, honey? Just watching. I've got a peanut gallery now, and here's the flosses. So they're
Oh, those-
very bright.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
Those are the best boxes.
they are. I love them. I'm not gonna give this up for a long time until your dad says I can't.
Cute as those. I
Huh?
think those are the best I ever see.
Yeah, and they're so consistent,
Yeah.
like consistently good.
Yeah, right. I don't
They
think
have
I've
a
had one since you've
they
been
have an Advent or a Christmas sale going. And I
They
think you could either get the kit or you could just do the pattern, and it looks really cute. People are posting pictures of it, and
they're,
kind of a sampler. Huh?
I should look into that. There's not that I have a lot of need to start a lot more things right now, but
I know.
patterns are so cute.
I know they are really cute. Otherwise, I don't really have any other haul. I did buy some. There was a free pattern that. What's her name? Coco. Um.
Rosetta Gago?
Yeah, she has.
I don't know how.
She had a free pattern that she sent out, and it is. I gotta find it. See if I can show it on my phone. It's of a fall squirrel. See if it'll show up. There you go.
Oh.
And he's got like
Only egg.
acorns and stuff. So it was free. So I did go get a little piece of fabric, although I have to tell you, and some floss at Hobby Lobby because I didn't know where my floss was. Hobby Lobby needs to step it up again, man, because yeah, I don't know if they're all this way, but the Hobby Lobby in my little town now, I live in Kokomo now, had very little tiny pieces of fabric, and most of it was Ada. There was, remember how they had that cute Murano, the 32 count Muranos?
I
Gone.
don't think ours has that anymore either. I was just looking the other day and I was like, I'm not buying my fabric here anymore.
Sorry, but
For a while I was able to get good fabric. And yeah, I was really disappointed. They've pared down, I think we talked about this a little bit, but they've pared down the knitting, the yarn, and the cross stitch stuff way down. And you know what they've put in instead? A bunch of pet stuff. Like pet, I don't even remember, pet bowls, pet, paraphernalia that you need for your pet. And I'm like, this is not a pet store. This is a craft store.
a hobby store.
A hobby store, and pets are not hobbies. Oh, I was irritated.
Yeah,
if they wanted to add those things while not compromising hobbies, sure, whatever. But like they pared down, they got rid of all their hand-dyed yarns, those really pretty yarns that I was using for a while. They've basically like cut out, I would say probably at least a quarter of all their yarn stock, at least, because it used to be maybe even half. I mean, it might be up to a third to a half. It's hard to tell whether they've just squished them together but I feel like they really cut out a ton. And then the cross stitch used to be like, 2 rows. It would be like cross stitch with, I don't know, some of the kits and cute like kid type things. Now it's like, and there were 2 rows. There was like the cross stitch threads, and then there was another area where there were the cross stitch fabrics and hoops. And now it's all 1 row instead of 2. They've definitely cut back.
Yeah, it's disappointing. It's
so
really disappointing.
We don't have anywhere else here. My Joanne has hardly any good, like it had some cheapo DMC, like just some DMC, but not even all the colors. And my Michael's doesn't really either. And they have no fabric.
No, my Joann's had nothing. Now the Joann's down at South Center in Washington, the big superstore, they had some cross stitch stuff, but still not a ton, not like Hobby Lobby used to have. And my Michael's,
Yep, I was so disappointed.
Actually, I don't even think I have
our Michael's or our Joann's has a better DMC. They're both not very great.
I don't even think I have a Michael's here. I haven't.
Hobby Lobby still has the best options for threads.
Yeah, they at least carry
and things like that. They at least have the stock there for the threads, but the fabric is like nothing. Like you said, it's like small pieces, and it's all like 14 to 16 count Ada.
Yeah,
there was nothing. I looked because I was looking. That's part of what took me a while to get started on my monthly piece, was that I was hoping to go in and find one,
Mhm.
and they had nothing that I would use.
Well, and it's sad because a lot of people like you especially that live out. I mean, I have access to a couple of cross stitch stores here that are just in the next town down, but you don't really have that other than Tri-Cities. So, you know, other than online, Hobby Lobby and those stores are it.
I know. So it's really unfortunate. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. I guess I can complain, but I don't think one little voice is gonna.
I think other people are complaining because I've been hearing other people talking about
Maybe
this.
I should lodge a complaint. Say,
Mhm.
excuse me, but this is my hobby. I used to come here
Yeah.
for hobby supplies, and now I can't.
And it's not like it's a dying hobby either.
Well,
It's
and I like went in there often. Like that's the other thing. I would go in there, and I'm pretty frugal, but you know, you always throw something else into the cart. So they're gonna lose business from people like me who
Yeah.
go in there to look for this one thing, and then it's like, oh, those are on sale. I've been needing that. I might as well grab it.
Yeah. But
So
knitting and all the fiber arts are not a dying.
no,
They're not dying. So I don't know why they feel like they're losing. I don't know if they think they're losing money on
I'm
that.
making a ton of candles and no hobby things. Like they're both very important. Like, yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, that's my complaint for right now.
I know. Well, I was pretty disappointed because I just wanted a
Little
piece of
fabric.
nice fabric, and I found a little piece. Luckily, I didn't need a big piece, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is.
Frustrating. Tell us in the comments if your Hobby Lobby is cut way back on those supplies.
Yeah.
If it's happened here and there, then it's probably a bigger decision, not just a local decision.
I think it is.
Frustrating.
Yeah.
Any plans? Probably not. Start stitching again.
Yeah. Get my mojo back. Yeah. I did not do magazine monthly for October, and I probably won't for November. I think I'm just gonna spend the rest of the year just working on what I want to work on and whatever feels right. No, I think I'm gonna maybe tonight actually I might work on my Advent SAL. That might be the first thing I pull out. Or I might start that little freebie. It's sitting down. Well, now I know where I don't need to, I think I've got needles in my bag and stuff, so and a hoop. So I don't need to find those in a box. But yeah, I don't really that and just I'm really loving knitting. I really do. It's kind of nice to have both going. So but yeah, I think that's just right now I'm probably just until I can unload some other whips, I'm probably just gonna work on whatever's in what I just showed.
I'm watching.
Maybe,
Sorry.
huh?
Watching Teddy down here. He's in his little pen. We have a little penned off area. And he's got it's like one of those dental chews, you know, and he's trying to bury it in his dog bed, but it's not good enough for him. What he really wants is for me to let him out so he can go hide it in the corner of my bedroom. That's kind of whimpering down there. I'm like, no, you're not gonna just chew it up. Just eat it. That's the whole point. Don't hide it.
We used to find Molly's stuff in like
Actually in his little bed, like pawing at it, like, come on. There's even like he could even hide it inside because there's like a blanket half.
They just want to bury it. Like
keeps like nudging it around. It's funny.
I know. I might work on that, you know, maybe this month too. Well, next month, because really it's going to be next month. The Thanksgiving Harvest Fairy. I probably work on her.
That's right.
And who knows? I could just get a wild hair on Saturday and really whip this room together and find the rest of my other whips and just surprise you all.
That'd be fun. I want to outline my crow. I'm hoping to at least get the general outline done, kind of like the edges. And I would like to see if I could get, I really wanted to get that house done on the Rest and Be Thankful, which I've done now. And then on the trick-or-treating one, I would love to maybe have one of the sets of trees kind of done on the right side.
Yeah.
I just remembered like my next month for my monthly piece is that turkey. And my turkey is, I can probably finish that one this year for sure. Because the turkey is basically
already time for that.
It will be in a week. Is it a week from today? What's today? Monday? No, a week from tomorrow will be November.
Thanksgiving. Halloween is next Tuesday.
Tuesday, not Monday.
No, Tuesday. I know. I just feel like I've been in a time warp, and I'm like, I lost September and October.
Yeah.
Actually, told your dad, I'm not even sure how I survived the summer because there was so much going on.
Yeah.
With houses and navigating my dad and my dad's crazy people in his life that are not family, which are no longer really bugging me, which is really not wonderful. But I just feel like, wow, that was something. That was an intense summer. That was not my favorite summer.
Yeah.
At all. So yeah. But I think, once I get things even more together in here, then it'll feel really good. And I think, my next hurdle is I have to find a job.
Yeah.
And that's stressing me out a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, by the time the holidays are over, then it'll be really sliding into that. I think I have till April. And then my company won't pay me to work from here anymore. Butt heads.
Yeah.
Although I will tell you, I found a therapist that's been working from out of state. She lives in Florida, and she's been doing the Zoom evals for ESIT. I looked back in my emails because I was kind of given the impression that she was done with her 6 months. Oh no, she's been working remotely since at least last December.
Oh.
So I'm kind of toying with what I'm going to do with that little piece of information. Like, okay, can you explain to me why this, you talk about equity and everybody needs to be fair, and that's why we can't give me permission to work out of state, blah, 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 blah. But yet a therapist you allow to work longer than 6 months?
Yeah.
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 I'm not dumb. And, I see the emails with her name on it, and I save all my emails in folders because I have to go back sometimes and reference them. And I thought, I wonder how many, I stopped scrolling after I got to December of last year. I thought, okay, that she should have been done in June.
Interesting.
Interesting. So anyway, that's my next thing. And then we'll see what happens. My husband is embracing the retirement thing because, let me put it this way. The unpacking urgency has not hit him the way the unpacking urgency has hit me. Yeah. I get up and like all last week I would get up and I'd take a shower and I'd start unpacking. I'd go downstairs and he's sitting there having his coffee and doing the crossword puzzle for a couple hours. And I'm like, dude, we can't get in the garage.
Fresh.
Yeah. He goes, I got the rest of my life. I said, well, it's not going to be a very long life if you don't start moving, buddy. It's very different that way, I guess.
Yeah. Well, he worked pretty hard to get things go out. So
he did, but he's had a few weeks to relax now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it'll get there. But
yeah,
that's about it. I am reading. Finally. I was packing up the last of our stuff. Up in the attic was the crate of my favorite, my babe Maeve Binchy Rosamund Pilcher books. And I found my hardback copy of Shell Seekers.
Oh, fun.
Because I bought a paperback, but it was too little. And I started reading that on our trip. And I actually have a little clip-on book light that I bought that I really, you can recharge it, just with a USB. And it's nice. It's got 3 levels of brightness. And so I can just lay in bed and read. And I'm about be 200 pages in now. And that was nice. I've been wanting to reread that book because that was the first one that I read by either one of those 2 authors. And so I thought, I know I have to have a hardback copy somewhere, and you can't hardly find them for sale. Like they're not in print in hard copy. I think you have to buy used, and I don't even know if I saw a lot of those. There must have been, but anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure they're able to be found that way. That book was the first one of that kind of genre that you gave me to read at some point, probably early.
the character development, I just love it. And it's just, it's just a nice book to pick up and read a few pages and go to bed. I kind of gave up on what I was reading before, which was the
Summer something.
oh yeah, the last summer at the cabins or Golden Hotel. I liked it. I just wasn't really getting into it.
You want to have something you really want to read when it's really busy in life, because otherwise it just isn't a priority and it's not.
Yeah.
I finished this. This is the second book by this author. This was The Lady's Guide to Fortune Hunting that I read in the summer. And then, or I probably read it in the spring because I found out around the same time that she had a book coming out in July.
I didn't read that. I didn't read that one, did I? No.
I think you did, but they're really fun. It's kind of like Regency era, Jane Austen time period.
Oh, I did. Read it. I did read it because it was the one where she was trying to find a husband because they're
with Kitty and this is not the same. It's the same time period. It's a brief reference to the main character that if you hadn't read the other book, it would just have gone right past you. So it's not really connected into the other storyline. This one mostly takes place in Bath, and that one was in London. So same people, same, world, but this one is about a gal. This lady is widowed, and she is, her husband it was not a happy marriage. He was a lot older, and it was kind of a marriage of social climbing for her family. And in order to get married to this guy, she kind of had to deny the guy she actually was in love with, who is the nephew of the guy she actually married. So anyways, so she was just heartbroken basically for her whole 10 years of marriage. He's dead. Out of spite to somebody else, she gets written into his will, but there's a morality clause in this will that she can basically lose everything that she inherited if the current inheritor, which is the guy she's in love with, decides that she's not worthy of it. But then there's this other storyline with another love interest with her. And anyway, it was very enjoyable, very fun. And she also is a painter, but she doesn't, not professionally because she's a woman. So anyway, it was fun. It was just a simple, fun frolic. So I did that last week. And then I'm reading a book called Daughter of Time by Josephine Tay. And it is on the list of sort of free read books that kids should read. But it's a higher level book. Like, I was kind of surprised that our curriculum put it where they did. I think it's because of the time period. But anyways, it's all about Richard III and how in history he's gone down as somebody who killed his nephews in order to gain the throne. But there's some debate about whether he really did or not. So anyways, I'm reading that and enjoying that as well. But I didn't remember.
Her books are, I've read some books by her.
I've never read her before at all, but I really like it. It's really good. So, but it's not really like, I wouldn't call it a YA book.
No. I would consider her books adult books.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm kind of out ahead of Lydia and Millie to see if it's, or if I want to wait a little bit.
Is that the only one you're reading then?
I'm listening to, do you remember I talked about The Enchanted April by, oh my gosh, I love her. And I'm just using on her name right now. Elizabeth Von Arnhem is the author. She has another book read by the same reader on LibriVox, the app where you can get free audiobooks, called The Benefactress. And I've been listening to that for a little while, and I've recently kind of plugged back into it. This is another one about a woman in London. She also, sounds like I'm telling the same story. She inherits land, like kind of land, an estate in Germany from her uncle, and decides to go over there and kind of the adventures she has there.
Okay.
So I feel like it's just really picking up. I don't know. Well, yeah, I'm probably only a third of the way through that, and it's really also.
I think I put The Enchanted April on my. I think I have it on my Kindle actually.
I love that book. It's like one of my favorite books ever.
Yeah, I've had it for a long time.
As The Enchanted April, but I could see it getting better. You know, I'm curious to see where it goes.
Yeah.
So those are kind of the main things. We're listening to The Hobbit. Oh my gosh. I got the Hobbit audiobook to listen to with the girls in the car when we're driving, because we're in the car all the time right now.
Mm-hmm.
Led by Andy Serkis, who plays Gollum in the movies. Oh my goodness, it is so good. So if you have read The Hobbit, or if you haven't read The Hobbit and you want an audiobook, see if your library has the one read by Andy Serkis. It's phenomenal. It's so good.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we're doing that together. We read. My brother-in-law got married this weekend, so we listened to that a good amount of the way over and back, and that was really fun. It helped pass the time.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite books of my childhood was The Hobbit.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I probably have other books kind of here and there going, but those are the main things that like
Main ones.
time. We had a giveaway last time, and we announced the giveaway in the video. We didn't end up being able to post. So re-announcement, we were giving away We Santa 2023. I'm glad it was a Christmas one because we still have plenty of time. So
Mm-hmm.
that one is going to Carla Whitstruck. So congratulations, Carla. I can't remember if we have your address or not.
You know, we thought we did, but I could not find it in my email.
So that's strange because I thought for sure we did, but maybe you've just commented a lot and never won something. So hopefully you see this and we'll email us at the email address down below.
Comes with the little beads.
So cute. It's such
a cute. I do love that one. So congratulations, Carla.
A friend, a viewer, I'll just leave it anonymous because I didn't ask permission, sent me this, and it's so cute. I just know I'm not going to stitch it. It's just adorable though. This is the cross stitch pattern from Stitch Quarterly by It's So Emma, and it comes with the little, it's upside down in there right now, the little needle minder to go with it. So she sent this to me when she was kind of cleaning out her stash, a friend, and I'm going to give it away here so someone else can enjoy it. We didn't talk about what word to use. We just did Santa, and she's also not Santa. Let's do let's do jolly. Let's just do jolly. Jolly, in your comment below if you're interested in being entered in the drawing for Lady Claus.
And you might have a really good chance because we've been so long between recordings that who knows how many are actually going to watch us.
I know. I feel happy being able to come back. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I know. Oh.
Gloria was on the side of the road with no mommy in sight anywhere, and Jesse almost hit her and stopped, and she came running up to him and tried to get in the car, so he took her home and surprised us one night with a new kitten. But I really want to get a second kitten because I think 2 kittens are better than 1. Entertain themselves and they snuggle together and way less needy. But he is better though. I was like, if she's feral, I'm not interested in her being indoors for much longer, but she is not. She is so social and so sweet.
You got her so young, she probably didn't really have a chance to get too feral. Because she was littler than that.
She's grown a lot the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, she was pretty tiny. I mean, she's still tiny, but I feel like she was even tinier.
Able to eat solid food right away, so that was good. We gave her like some scrambled eggs and things at first just to make sure she could eat them, but she had little teeth and was able to transition pretty quickly to when should we do her? She's a snuggly one. She is very playful, but then certain times of the day she wants to be in your lap. So sweet.
Do her and Teddy get along at all yet?
Yeah, they play together now. Like last night they were on the couch. We were watching Signs. So we watched that movie with the girls. Kind of scary movie, but it wasn't too scary. And the cat and the dog were on the couch, like leaping at each other and like kind of, getting up on their hind legs and playing like a kitten does with another kitten and a puppy does. And they were just going back and forth.
Oh, hi, Gloria.
Yes, they're friends. They play together now.
Do they? Okay. Teddy's got somebody his own size for a while anyway.
Oh, I think he likes it. Yeah. At first he was very kind of scared of her because the other cat, they're not his friend.
Yeah.
They're just older and crankier.
Cranky old cats.
Crankier old cats. They don't have anything to do with puppies and kittens.
No.
Well.
Yeah. Yep. I don't really have anything else. Just
me either. So I think that's a good place to end then.
Yeah. Yep. And do you want to do 2 weeks out?
Yeah, we'll probably want to do, let's see. Today is the 3rd, maybe on the 6th or something like that. Mondays probably are good. I'll have to check my calendar. The 6th might be hard. So, and then, yeah, but sometime that week.
Yeah. So we might be recording in the beginning of the week rather than the weekend for a while, because Sarah's weekends are.
Yeah, I don't
a
think
little
we'll talk about this because I think the girls got these parts after.
Mhm.
Also auditioned for the Nutcracker with what used to be the Great Moscow Ballet, an international ballet that travels around the country and brings the Nutcracker production to towns and cities. So Seattle, Spokane, Portland, other places have these professional dancers come in with all the sets and all the costumes, and they in September they audition kids for roles in the
Mhm.
so the girls did this in 2019, but we weren't Flosstubing yet. And then they didn't come in 2020, of course, because of COVID, and 2021 for the same reason. And then last year they didn't come because of the war in Ukraine, because I think they're actually maybe based more in Ukraine. So they've changed their name. They've taken Moscow out of the name. Now it's like Nutcracker Magic of Christmas or something. It's like some random. And I think all they do is this Nutcracker thing. So I'm thinking it's professionals from other companies that join. I'm not really sure all the logistics. They auditioned and all got all the roles they wanted plus some, which has been really fun, but also a lot of work for me to drive them to a bunch of rehearsals, because rehearsals are like spaced out all weekend. So like our whole weekend until November 20th is just Nutcracker rehearsals nonstop, plus some house cleaning in the mornings, which it's just for a time so we can do it. But it is a lot to totally give up every fall weekend.
Yep. And they can't miss. They can only miss one.
Do that since my brother-in-law was getting married and we had to travel for that wedding to Spokane, which is like 4 hours away. There was no way they were going to be able to be at rehearsal. So we had to save all of our absences for that weekend. Anyway.
And you just pray nobody gets sick.
Yeah, now we just have to hope nobody gets sick. Although they're all so far along, they're not, if they were getting sick, they would miss one and they would not be kicked out of their parts. They know their parts so well at this point, so I think it would be a little less dramatic, but we would love it.
A muffin from one of the hotel rooms we stayed in.
Oh, yum, yum. Breakfast. So anyways, Nutcrackers take up my weekends, which really cuts into my ability to Flosstube on the weekends, but eventually we'll be back to hopefully having some on the weekends.
Get easier again.
Coming up soon.
Come winter maybe, huh?
So thank you for tuning in and catching up with us. Leave us a comment, tell us how you're doing and what you're stitching, and if there's any fun challenges going on that we've missed while we've been AWOL.
Yeah,
we've missed
stuff
going on. And so
okay,
doing well. Yeah,
we're still upright.
We're still here. I can hear all of a sudden the sun's going down here.
Okay, well, we love you guys.
Happy stitching.
Bye-bye.
Bye.